Now that Husty, the bounty hunter, is part of my group, you'll see here when I mouse over this objective, it says that also on this quest is Husty. So I can see that Husty is sharing this quest with me, which really helps us stay in a group. Also, when I go to my log, I can take a look at Husty's quest, as I was talking about before. Now I'm going to abandon Husty now that I've used him for my nefarious purposes of showing you the interface, and head off to the next section. So some other things. Here's the skill tree. This allows you to specialize your class into 3 different categories. So for example, if I want to be a strong healer, I can specialize in one of these trees, but if I want to be more of a damage dealer, I can choose a different tree. Social window, your friends who and ignore lists. Guilds. I think my favorite guild because everyone internally plays the game. My favorite guild is works as designed, because that's something designers like to say when they get a bug they don't really like. Works as designed, not a bug. Kill off some of these guys. So another thing we have, you'll notice they have a bonus quest to kill sand people. So that's one of the things MMOs often have, the quest mechanic of killing things and gathering like objects. It's a good mechanic. People like players like it. However, we really felt that it doesn't tie well into the whole storytelling mechanic. Why would you be told to go gather 10 items or kill 8 troopers? It just doesn't really fit well into the story. So instead of putting in our story moments are focused on actual, heroic quests and stories that you would expect to see in like a movie or a book or something like that. And instead, when you get to the area, we give you contextual bonus quests, which will give you the objective of, for example, taking out the sand people in the area because they're a danger to the settlers, or whatever the fiction is. So the crew window. Right now, my companion character isn't showing up in the crew window. He should, but for the purposes of this demo, we've cheated everyone up to level 30 there. We didn't actually have 16 players level their characters up to 30 for 100 hours. But all your companion characters appear in this window, and you can get up to 5 companion characters. They stay on your starship. We've announced that before. You get your own starship. Your starship is personal, is unique to your class. But you can use your companion characters when they're not in your party, since you can only have one in your group at any given time, to do all sorts of different things. They can build you new weapons, they can build you new armor, they can go on diplomatic missions, they can go on treasure hunting missions, they can go on bounty missions, they can go on all sorts of missions, and if they succeed, they can come back with, either money or surprise items. So it's a really cool way of making use of your stable of companion characters to do things when you're not using them directly for combat. So I don't know if one of the other things, I'm not showing this right now, but one of the other things that we're showing at E3 are operations. Have you heard of those yet?
Operations?
Yeah, our version of raids.
Oh, I think I heard a little bit about it.
So that's something we've announced at this E3, is the fact that we are going to have the game mechanic that players that know as raids, which is for multiple parties group up together and essentially complete the most difficult content in the game for the best rewards. And we're calling them operations. We're putting the BioWare storytelling into them. And our first operation is pretty epic. It involves you going to a prison planet that has some of the most dangerous prisoners in the entire galaxy. And your ship gets damaged on your way there, and you have to pilot an escape pod all the way to the surface, join up with a group, and then go through some pretty difficult challenges. And in addition to, so one of the most important components of a successful MMO is having a really strong elder game, and that's what our operations are a part of. We have all sorts of different aspects of the elder game as well. If you don't want to do raids, we have flashpoints, which are basically group dungeons for 4 players, and has some of the best storytelling and most exciting combat in the game. We also have war zones. We have 3 war zones currently that allow player groups to fight each other in PvP combat. We have space combat missions for the highest level players as well. And we also have a lot of repeatable quests that are very much focused around the war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. So there's hours and hours of content for those players who've reached the end game and want to continue to play without re-rolling a character.
Yeah, so can you just kind of wrap it up there?
Yeah.
When it's coming out?
So Star Wars: The Old Republic, its release date is no, I can't talk about the release date. I get in big trouble. I can say though that we're getting really close. We've been right now you can play the game from beginning to end, all 50 levels. So internally we've been having people play the game. We have external people. We just invited 1,000 people in that are currently playing the game from level 1 to 50. They're having a lot of fun. The feedback we're getting right now is that it's very hard for external people to go back to the other MMOs they were playing after playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is what we want to hear. And the whole team wants to see the game come out, obviously. Some of us, like myself, have been working on it for 5 years, and I just wanted to see people's reaction once it's out there in the wild.